Welcome to T-minus 3 days of Christmas. Let's grab another sample to see how we do today. So stick around and pour up. It's the bourbon nut. Hey, welcome back. My name is Brock and thanks for joining me. Today we are 3 days out from Christmas. And if you're joining me for the first time, I have been taking random samples that have been provided from friends, subscribers, and actually my wife as well too, grabbing samples from my collection from upstairs and downstairs, put them in an envelope with the actual bottle stats are, sealing it, and then I will go from this box here of samples and just pull out random ones here. And then I try to decide proof, type, finished, age, distillery, price, and bottle. And then once I make my choices on that, then the envelope is revealed of what the actual bottle stats are. So far, not done too bad. Most of the stats, I get close within plus or minus 5 for the most part. Distillery and bottle guessing specifically, a little more challenging. But we're at T-minus 3 days to Christmas, super excited. So let's go ahead and get this sample out and see what we're working with today. So let's get a random one here. And let's see, we got Jansen number 1. So Jansen is my brother. So thank you, Jansen, for providing sample here, sample number 1. And let me find an envelope here that has marked Jansen number 1 right here. All right, so we got Jansen number 1 here and Jansen number 1 here. You may not be able to see that too good. But all right, I'm gonna put this over here. And we got a mini Glencairn today, and we're gonna pour this up. I'll say color looks, compared to yesterday's, a tad bit lighter on this first one here, but we'll see. Who knows? All right. Yeah. So thanks again, Jansen, for the sample. Let's pour this up. Now remember, it's in the mini, so it might look like it's a full Glencairn as much as I'm pouring, but it's not. It's mini Glencairn, so. All right. T-minus 3 days. Let's get this on the nose. Right off the bat, that smells really good. It almost is reminiscent of like Brown-Forman, at least on the nose. It's like heavy caramel, brown sugar. Definitely some sweetness on this as well. Yeah, there's like a custardy thing kind of going on. Proof seems subtle at this point, so not really getting a whole lot on the proof or pack of the proof, but what I'm getting so far on the nose is really nice. Almost kind of a real buttery kind of smell to it. Almost makes me think that it's going to be velvety or very oily maybe. So yeah, let's get this on the palate. Cheers. Okay, so I'm gonna lean away from Brown-Forman. I don't think it's Brown-Forman, it didn't seem like it. This goes a little more bready. The caramel's still there, but it's tempered down a little bit. And some of the barrel spice comes in a little bit here. I don't still think it's very high proof, but it does cut through some of that sweetness that I was getting on the nose. It's not as sweet on the palate so far, so. Still very nice. I mean, it's got a little bit of proof to it, so I'm probably going to go, it's got a little bit of funkiness too on the back end. I don't know if it's like a wheater funk or if it's like a turkey funk. I don't think I have a whole lot of experience with a lot of older wild turkey stuff, so, but it comes across with some kind of a musty like barrel funk or something along that line, so, all right. That's good though, I like that. Flavor's good. Viscosity is pretty good on this one too. The finish hangs around a little bit. I would say the finish is probably medium on this one. So let's go ahead and get some stats on this. So, let me flip to a new page here. So proof, I'm actually thinking, this is probably like in the 1-teens here, I'm thinking, so. Yeah, let's go, I'm gonna go 110. 110 kind of feels right for that. Might be, yeah, I'm kind of hedging and hoping if it's 105, I cover that, or 115. I don't think it's much higher than that, at least it doesn't taste that way, so. Let's go with type. Type, I think this is bourbon. Nothing sticking out that tells me it's finished in any way. I don't know now. Something, no, I'm gonna stick with bourbon. For a minute I thought it might have got a hint of like double oaked or something like that, but I don't think so. So I'm gonna stick with bourbon. Let's go finish. I don't think this is finished. If it is finished, it's got to be something maybe double barrel or double oaked or something like double barreled, something like that. But finished, I'm going to say no. Age, man, I don't know, man. The more I sip this, I think the age is pretty decent on this. I want to go, let's go even 10-year here. Distillery, I don't know. I didn't think it was Brown-Forman on the palate, but the nose was pretty close to what Brown-Forman smells like. But we'll come back to that. Price, I'm gonna say $100 on this. Bottle, not sure. I might need a little bit more pour here since I had a mini Glencairn. So I can get more. There we go. All right. Most of them be coming right under the label as far as the pour, so it's pretty close still. So give me a little more here. Man, it smells good. God, it tastes so familiar. Part of me wants to go to Kentucky, but part of me wants to actually throw out the Brown-Forman. I know it's the parent company, but there's only certain brands under the umbrella, so I'm thinking this has got a Brown-Forman-esque type of profile. And this has kind of got some characteristics, but it's just throwing me off a little bit. It's that back end piece, that little bit of funk on the back end that I'm getting. I'm not sure. That's what makes me not sure that's Brown-Forman. So it's like the brown sugar though, man. I'm gonna go Brown-Forman. I think it's a Kentucky bourbon. I'm gonna go Brown-Forman though. Let's say Brown-Forman. I don't know if 1792, because it has some characteristics of like 1792, I feel like too, but I don't, it's Bardstown. I don't know. I feel like it's somewhere in that vein. Brown-Forman, 1792 Bardstown juice, or something along those lines is what's coming across. So $100, 110 proof, roughly. I mean, I could throw out there in 1924. I'm gonna write that down because I think that's kind of close to what I'm thinking maybe could be. Tad bit more. I feel like there's some toasted qualities in there or something. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with it. Screw it. All right, so yeah, bottom I'm gonna go with Old Forester 1924. I'm gonna go with the Brown-Forman. I'll flash the stats up there for that. So, all right, let's see what we got here. All right, so Jansen 1 here, again, sealed here. So let's see what we got here. This is going to be, I feel like I'm going to be off by a lot, like probably my worst one here. So let's see what we got. Jesus Christ. All right, so this is definitely finished. Dang it. All right, so let's go through the stats on this. So proof, I said 110. The proof is actually 101. Type bourbon, this is actually a blend of straight bourbon, single malt, and American light whiskey. Finish, I put no. It's actually finished in French oak staves, which might explain, along with that blend of the bourbon, the single malt, and the American light whiskey, might be where I got some of that weird note towards the back of the palate there. I wasn't really sure what that was. It was a little funky. So that explains a little more now for me. Age, I said 10 years, is actually 6. And the bottle we're talking about that I was just sampling is the Penelope Cigar Series Chapter 1. Yes. Price, I said $100. It's actually more like 80, 85, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, for that. And the distillery is going to be, I think actually it's produced MGP. Most Penelope's MGP, so that'll be Indiana juice. And the bottle, I had said Old Forester 1924. And again, it's actually Penelope Cigar Series. But I know with the cigar series, on the nose, there is very similarities to me as far as like the rich brown sugar, the caramels, the vanillas that are on that, which led me to believe Brown-Forman to start with. But then once I got on the palate, I didn't think it was. But then I kept toying with it back and forth because there is a lot of richness on the palate, some fruit, but mostly just the caramels and the brown sugars. But some of the finishing notes there's a little toasted quality there, what made me think maybe I was switching to Jack Daniels, and I was thinking Heritage maybe because it's toasted. I got that toasted note on it. But the cigar series, that Penelope's got a lot going on with the blends on that. The French oak staves, it adds another dynamic to it. So that one was really, really tricky, but Thank you, Jansen. That was a really good pour. Enjoy that one a lot. I have paired that with a few cigars, and I enjoy that. It's really, really good. So thanks for providing that sample, buddy. And yeah, this is T-minus 3 days as we start to close out. And look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Smash the like button, comment down below. I will see you guys tomorrow. And until next time, sip your passion.